Yo dudes and dudettes, this is Ketchu, and this is part 9 of Can I Beat Rimworld for the first time. This group's collective brain power was a little higher than the last. Just the tickle of a bullet was enough to send them buttered on our trail. The folks laying siege in the rim must be highly trained. Since gunfire aimed at their well-being barely registered as a mild inconvenience, we hid behind our walls, and they ran into our trap maze like lemmings with ambition. Some of them escaped, some of them didn't, but we made sure to see one of them out with extreme hospitality. Our uninvited guests enjoyed their deluxe forever spa day at Corpse Lake, and thanks to Prince Perkele accidentally jabbing a guy in the kidney while patching him up without medicine, we got 2 new prisoners instead of 3. I guess that one's mostly on me. Soon after, a wanderer begged to join us, G-Box's brother. G-Box asked me to name him Typhoid. I didn't ask. The name sounded like an organ with speech impediment. I was hoping some enemies would run into the crash ship and the Securitrons. That, of course, didn't happen, but instead, our newest recruit got mouthed by them while I wasn't looking. Things looked bleak for a moment, but Honketon managed to get to him while avoiding the human resource reducers. Too bad he didn't bring enough medicine to do a proper job. He carried Typhoid back, where Llama met them halfway. I had Honketon stand there and wait as punishment, then made him carry Typhoid again, after Llama was done cleaning up after them. And Llama's bio said she can't do dumb labor. Typhoid survived, but lost an eye. What a freaky way to start his life in our slice of disaster. Next, I finally got proof that the colonists were the ones that made the snowmen, and they didn't just magically appear. This is exciting stuff, guys. I'm waiting, Carlos! Oh yeah. She's one-armed, so this might take a while. Okay, it just appeared. Very cool. With that groundbreaking discovery done, we put our latest gift into good use and fired all 3 mortars in unison. Yeah! The bad planned Wi-Fi trash can blew up beautifully. While the murder Roombas made their way over to have a wee chat about what just happened, one of our recently tamed hares decided to turn himself into dinner by sprinting into the trap maze. I had our melee guys ready to go ham on the pain parts. Was really looking forward to it too, but only the 4x4 made it past the front door, and it collapsed the instant someone scratched its paint job. Drama queen! Since things were running smoothly, I meditated at the Corpse Lake, as one does, and decided to get back to the Charles Lance quest. Another thing I was excited about, new sleeping bags ready to go. We almost left, but then I realized the trip would take longer than we had time, so I just quick-scoped that quest off my to-do list and never thought of it again. December 5th, we had a new strategy. Instead of turning our prisoners into budget horror movie props, we try making friends through catch and release. Maybe one day, our neighbors will send trade caravans instead of death squads. I don't like it that he goes through our living quarters, but it is what it is, I guess. Oh, and prisoner Robillard kept dazing in his cell. Apparently, he needs a little something to wake him up inside. Well, good news, Robillard. You've got nothing but time to reflect. Patsy Knight described Miskulini as a breathtaking horn, and that's how they became lovers. Amazing stuff. While I was distracted, someone fixed the second high-tech mega research bench. Science, finds a way. We got to go 6 days without an attack. 9 humies this time. I'll spare you the details that don't exist. They didn't make it past the traps. I hope Carlos enjoys putting down cowards as much as I enjoy watching her do it.
Taste my steel, cowards.
We got 2 new prisoners, one we wanted and one we're returning. My cadaver collection was looking pretty healthy. For a moment, I considered building a giant freezer just to see how many I can collect. When the insects decide to drop by next time, we got a choke point ready. I call it Bug Butchery. Open to better names, but that one's sticking on me. Just because fleeing enemies annoy the heck out of me. We slapped a new door next to the gauntlet, so we can easily cut off anyone's hopes and dreams. Goats? Yeah, that might as well happen. Sometime later, a misogynistic drone passed overhead. Patsy Knight immediately got inspired to move faster. Correlation unclear. December 11. We finally finished fixing everything up. All of the damage. The wealth crab said so too. I think with that we can say the murder worm arc is officially over. Pausing half the colony to clean eased my anxiety quite a bit. Nico disagreed and locked herself in her room. Pretty layabout. After that, a new recruit. Welcome back, Darkling. Meanwhile, G-Box snapped and dug up Jisun's corpse. Apparently, it was caused by malnutrition. Don't ask me how hunger translates to necromancy. I just failed to run this show. ago. After G-Bugs finished reminiscing, CJ tucked G-Sun back in. I got sick of trying to keep the town square clean with all the animals polluting it with their existence. So we built them a new pasture near the fields. Out of sight, out of smell. And that was year 5504. Pretty uneventful by Rimworld standards. Let's hope it stays that way, so we can finally leave this dump. Year 6 began, shockingly, with a spring. New mod. Show hair with hats. Finally, I can draw people without playing Guess Who's Bald. Looks better too. Small victories. The museum's walls were finally fixed. They'd been looking rough for months. And I was starting to think my builders had unionized. My dumbass didn't realize I had to tell the universe that the abandoned structure in my yard was mine. Well, squatters' rights are BS anyway. That Sinite was a certified bunker, and very much lacking a melee weapon. So, naturally, we went all out and made him a uranium spear. Because if you're going to stab someone, you might as well cause long-term health effects. Speaking of, he and Miesku got engaged. A uranium spear and a proposal. A man's romance. His life got enriched. I assume this is the peace before the storm part of every Rimworld arc. To celebrate and to prepare, we put a lot of slot on the table. Following that, White Ridge requested 7 longswords of normal plus quality, and for a good value. They didn't specify the material, so naturally, we made them out of wood. One of them turned out to be a masterwork. It depicted Honketon losing a game of Hoopstone a year ago. Artistic pettiness, with an exciting color palette of red and red. That night, our guest Hums joined us. It's his name, not a command. Meanwhile, hay had run out, so we expanded the pasture. The animals loved the extra room. Starvation seemed to like it too. In a reasonable response, we sterilized the young and turned the parents into ingredients. Emotional day and delicious. Later, I realized I could have just let the young go instead of neutering them. But when have I ever stopped to think before acting? Why start now? G-Bugs made our first masterwork furniture since the Murderworm arc. And of course, it was an animal bed. At least they were comfy when they lost their balls. Having 2 cooks felt redundant, so we brought back the nutrient paste. I replaced the freezer wall with it, hoping it would insulate. And miraculously, it did. So that's 1 W for team blind guessing. Zilla made our next masterwork, a doormat. For variety, we also forged a uranium mace for Hums. He seemed happy, probably because radiation poisoning makes you feel all warm and tingly inside. Morale was at an all-time high. Ketchutopia was finally evolving from mental asylum to early civilization. Steel, of course, was running out again. I wanted to plate armor everyone, but those things are illegally expensive. April May 5th, multi-analyzer research complete. That unlocked higher tier technology, which I won't use responsibly. It took me 20 minutes to remember to actually build the thing. Efficiency. From there, I renamed Hums after my bro Soma. Blowback operation research got done. We added sandbags in the trap maze to slow the future escape attempts. Then Miesku walked into one of our own traps. And right on cue, the butt goblins raided. That's what we call a combo meal. Drop pods rain from the sky all over the place. None inside the compound. Suspiciously merciful. We grouped up by the shortcut, ready to intercept. Because if there's one thing we're good at, it's waiting for someone else to die first. Prince Perkele hunted down the last confused straggler, while Honketon waited patiently for the fight to end so he could rescue Varvara. 2 new prisoners. 1 useful, 1 decorative. Later, Zilla missed a donkey with a bad day from point-blank range. Several times. Almost hit Llama. Not saying she's bad, but let's just say her bullets are afraid of commitment. To celebrate a successful defense, G-Bugs threw a party. It's looking a lot like a functioning society, and honestly, I was proud.
Guys, why do skeletons not fight each other? Because they don't have the guts. Happy Halloween! Well, not yet, but it's Spooktober anyway. Toot toot.
April May 8th, Robillard could finally wake up, all thanks to our revolutionary rehab program, imprisonment and neglect. Gratefully, he joined the colony. We multiplied the number of doors in the maze, hopefully reducing the number of times our pawns trip over their own traps. Then Randy sent us some plagues, not the snow kind. We released Varvara the Jealous and got no reputation boost. For a moment, I thought, why bother being nice? Then I saw my colonists got happy moodlets out of it. Apparently, kindness is its own reward, Rose. April May 11th, geothermal power research complete. At long last, reliable electricity. Too bad we can't afford it. The next day, we started an outdoor recreation area. If I'm not super lazy, I'll relocate all the facilities around it. And nobody has to complain about boredom ever again. Food shortages persisted. We were basically committing small-scale extinction events every other day just to stay fed. Luckily, new animals kept wandering in to refill the meat buffet. The ecosystem might never recover, but our fridge was looking great. Robillard got a blasteel breach axe. We were out of uranium. Variety is enriching too. We sent a caravan to White Ridge with our premium wooden swords. Of course, that's when another ancient piece of garbage crashed from the orbit. This time, with mood-ruining Wi-Fi for the lads. We shelled it with mortars, badly. Plan was simple. Blow up the pain in the pooper porta potty from a safe distance, then let the traders handle the killdozers. That didn't happen. As if the industrial-grade accident in our backyard wasn't enough, we got hit by a heatwave too. After missing most of our shots, we ran out of shells. I figured that was that. No choice but to risk the limbs of the group. Then, out of nowhere, a notification popped up like a prayer. There was still a shell in the barrel. The disaster stack was gone. The assaultrons marched face first into the gauntlet and got scrapped by the traps. That'll teach them. April May 15th, the caravan reached White Ridge. They actually accepted the wooden swords. Honestly, pretty good deal. Something felt wrong. We just went through an entire season without a fist fight. Whatever Randy's cooking, I'll be ready.
Summer has begun, and it will be the best summer ever!
Or so I thought.
They broke our wall! Oh no, no, no! A fire? Wait!
Thanks for watching. See you next time. Take care now. Bye bye then. Have a wonderful day.